You're listening to KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine.
The opinions and views expressed in this program do not reflect those of KUCI, its management, or the UC Board of Regents. To find out more about this talk show or other talk shows broadcasting on KUCI, log on to our website at kuci.org or check out the latest program guide.
This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at Brand Park in Glendale for the Dean Productions presentation of the Chekhov Comedies.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Lilia Rose Mashad. Hello.
Hello.
I'm 21 years old, and I've been in Los Angeles for a couple years now. I graduated school last year, and this is my first time with Dean Production.
Great. And which characters do you play tonight?
I play multiple characters. I play Shapuchin in the first show. I play I almost said your character. I play Zmeyukina. I play Captain Revanov. I play the father in The Proposal. And I play a waiter. I play many characters.
What's your take on your favorite characters?
Oh, my favorite characters are definitely in The Wedding. My two favorite characters is Zmeyukina and Revanov. Zmeyukina is very sassy, wants to be an opera singer, is very, she loves life. She loves to be bold and big. And then Captain Revanov is a very old man who wants to tell his story about his days on the seas, and it's just very fun and playful.
If my viewers just come by and see these pieces, what should they expect to see?
It's incredible theater, very playful. We are having so much fun on stage, but at the same time we're doing such classical work. So I think it's a really good reinvention of bringing Chekhov to light in a new way with four women and all these different comedies and all these different characters. We're just having a lot of fun.
Actually, it's quite an experience because, I've been to Shakespeare in the Park before, and it's always, I've always wondered about Shakespeare. I mean, what happened? I mean, did a dog run over through the park? Did squirrels take the bread? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's always like, live theater always has its quirks, but when you bring it out into Mother Nature, you always have to worry about her, too.
Yeah, I mean, today, for example, we had to end early, which none of us were really anticipating because it was so windy, so you didn't even get to see the wedding, which is one of my favorite piece. You just kind of have to take it as it comes, but it's also really fun because it brings in elements of surprise. You don't really know what to expect, and just another element of playfulness.
Okay, and also, you had a trivia question, what Chekhov was, his profession. I always thought it was a helmsman for Star Trek.
He was a doctor. He went to medical school, and he wrote to put him through medical school, and he wrote to pay the bills so that he could treat the poor for free, which is unbelievable and so polar opposite to our society today. But it's great to know it existed, and hopefully we can get back to a place like that.
Okay, well, I really enjoyed myself tonight. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Sierra Lorraine Parsons. I'm 26. I'm originally from LA. I am a poet and an actor. I studied at UC Santa Cruz, and I've been here back in LA for about 4 years. And this is my first time with the Dean Productions Theater Company.
Great. And which characters did you play?
We play a variety of characters. We have 4 women playing 25 characters, so I play 8 of them. I play Kieran, who is a grouchy old accountant. I play Popova, who is a widow, and I play Ivan Vasilovich, who is a neighbor coming over to his neighbor's house to propose to the daughter. And in the last show, I play a variety of characters: the bride, the mother of the bride, and a groomsman.
Okay, and which ones are your favorite characters?
Popova is very fun. She's the widow, and I also love to play Kieran, who's the grouchy old accountant.
If my viewers decide to come by and see these pieces, what should they expect to see?
You should expect to see mini short plays. We're doing 5 of them. They're comedies, so you're going to have a great fun time. And you should expect to see women playing multiple characters. We're playing men, we're playing women, and we're playing a variety of them in an entire show. So it's just really fun, and it's fast-paced, so.
Why did you guys decide to have an all-women cast anyway?
You know, we wanted to bring light to the fact that Chekhov was writing during the Enlightenment of women, and a lot of his text can seem sexist, but actually he was bringing to light the sort of different gender roles that were happening in his time, and drawing attention to differences in gender roles, and the fact that, you know, women are perceived to be a certain way, but that's not necessarily how they are. You know, in this certain political climate we're experiencing right now, these themes are still relevant.
I always loved the way Chekhov wrote strong female characters. Mm-hmm. It just amazed me because, you know, back in that period of time, I thought, you know, it was a sexist environment, but no, he was actually very progressive. Some of my favorite female characters were from Chekhov.
Mm-hmm. Me too. Yeah, he wrote a lot of strong female characters that, you know, have strong intentions and obstacles and strong minds. They're perceived in a certain flightiness, perhaps, but behind that, they are very strong and willful.
Okay, well, I really enjoyed myself tonight. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM at Irvine. How are you doing?
I am Cassie Clark Dutton. I'm 19. I just graduated high school last year, and I moved to LA in August, and this is my first time with Dean Productions.
Great, and which characters did you play?
I play Mayor Chukina in The Anniversary. I play Luca in The Bear. I play Natalia in The Proposal, and I play Zigulov and Apr19 in The Wedding.
And which are your favorite characters?
Luca from The Bear is especially fun for me because I don't think I've ever explored like a character quite like him before, so he's been a lot of fun to play around with. He's just kind of like this, he's a butler and really cares about Popova, who's the woman who he is a butler for, and but kind of does exactly what he wants and is mischievous in a way. And then I also love playing Natalia in The Proposal, and she just is like this young woman who's about to be proposed to, or she really wants to be proposed to, and she kind of has no idea how to like make herself like, I don't know, ready, or like she's excited about it. It's a lot of fun.
If my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
I mean, a lot of different little plot lines of Chekhov, and it's classical, and it's Chekhov, and it's 5 different plays, and it's comedies, and it's really just like little bits of daily life and like social situations that can be really funny at times, and it's just kind of like a look at them. Yeah,
I really loved your acting tonight. I mean, you really stepped into your characters, connected with the audience. I mean, this was a very hostile environment, not because it's a bad audience. It's kind of Mother Nature, kind of just slapping us around and all that. But even though that was around, I really loved your performance tonight.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I really, that's very flattering. This is opening night, so this is kind of the first time to see how an audience really reacts to it. And yeah, Mother Nature, a little bit of a challenge, you know, screaming over the wind where we wouldn't usually scream. But it's, you know, we get through it. The show must go on. We're actors, it's what we do. It's a lot of fun anyway. Like, I had a blast regardless of regardless of the wind. So thank you so much.
Everyone's got to love your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM, and I'm here with
Madison Young. I just graduated from the Art of Acting studio, the Stella Adler Professional Conservatory. And this is my first time with Dean Productions and doing a full run of Chekhov, and it's been an absolute blast.
And which characters do you play?
I play Tatiana in the Anniversary. I play Smirnov in The Bear, and I play Yats Dimba Noonan in The Wedding, and I play the disgruntled martyr in The Unwilling Martyr.
Well, which characters are your favorite?
I love them all so much. Distinctly, I love playing men, just because there's just a way that men get written that just, it's so nice to jump into such masculine shoes. And I really love the martyr, including his 2-page rant about how life can just get you down, which really affected me during the windy weather tonight. But I also deeply love Smirnov in The Bear, because I've met that man a couple of times, and it's such a beautifully written out script.
I actually really like it when women play men. So I was always intrigued about it.
Yeah, I honestly think that sometimes it adds such a unique feminine twist to text that I think can sometimes elevate it to a higher level. Like, for example, with The Bear, Smirnov is kind of sexist due to the time he was written, and just the innate, like, I don't like to talk to women, and he has to learn the lesson of, like, oh, I can love women. And so I feel like being a woman saying those lines transports it to this level of, like, it forces you to understand what that feels like to hear as a woman, and, like, what sort of world you kind of stand in sometimes, you know what I mean?
If my viewers decide to come by and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
Lots of comedy. The four of us are such different types of comedic actors, so I think it's really fun to watch, like, one person be this crazy Jim Carrey-esque personality, while another has internal comedic strife, and one is an aerial comedic, and I don't know where I come from, but I think it's great that you can see so many women meld in so many different comedic ways, especially when so many people think women aren't funny, and I think it's a nice challenge to, like, view the daring stance of, no, we are, and we can play male roles arguably better.
Well, I really enjoyed myself tonight. I enjoyed the performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Rebecca Lynn, Dean Productions Theater Company. I am the director of the Chekhov comedies.
Great. So why did you guys decide to choose these pieces?
So I chose to do these pieces. So what we've done is we've taken 5 of his short comedies, and we wanted to kind of retell them as females. So I, as the director, am a female, and then all of the actresses, there's 4 actresses, they're all female as well. And just like Shakespeare did back where he had all men playing all the roles, we thought, well, why can't all the women play all the roles, and really take these classic tales and find a way to retell them so that they re-emphasize the modern sympathies that we have for women's roles. And so that's kind of what we have been striving to do is look at Chekhov, and who was very forward thinking for his time, who was very much pro feminism for his time, and see how we could display his true ideologies for modern audiences.
80% of a director's job is casting. What do you look for in your casting?
Oh man, that's hard. So for this one specifically, since each of the actors is playing 7 or 8 different characters, I really was looking for flexibility. Somebody who was willing to try different things, to play with me, to get into different characters, to take risks. And so in auditions, I kind of just pushed them to try something and be as wild and crazy as they possibly could, to see just who was willing to be flexible and give range so that each of these characters was unique.
Well, I really enjoyed myself tonight. I enjoyed the actors and the performances. I enjoyed the direction. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you so much. We enjoyed having you here.
The Chekhov comedies will be playing at Brand Park in Glendale from April 11th to April 27th. For more information, go to www.deanproductionstheater.com. This is Ashton Marcus, and I'm on location at the Gary Marshall Theater for their presentation of The Root Beer Bandits, a Rootin' Tootin' Wild West Musicale. Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Grace Yu, LA native, born and raised here. I am second generation Korean American, and I've been just kind of performing all my life, and didn't really get to professionally pursue it until, after college. And I've just been really grateful with, work I've been getting from background singing and dancing, and or if it's musical theater, plays, TV, commercials, I'll do it all. I call myself the millennial gypsy.
And which character did you play tonight?
I played Pollyanna Peppercorn, who is a writer for the Pony Express, disguised as a male writer for the Pony Express. And but she's a singer-songwriter at heart. That's what she really wants to do. Polly, the breakdown is described as a bright ray of sunshine. I try to pay my, respects to her by wearing these bright yellow pants, and she's just a ray of sunshine, and, super positive and super strong. She's a strong female character, and so we get to see this whole arc of her journey. At first she did this to, prove to her brothers that, women are capable of doing anything, just like they can, and yeah, she's just a really positive. She loves life. She loves music. It is her deepest and greatest passion. But obviously, it's these friends in the city help her to really realize that.
Yeah, if my viewers decide to come and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They should really expect to just really saddle up, buckle in for a wild ride. It's a really fast-paced show. We got to keep those kids, their attention spans in. It's a 65-minute show, and just laced with, song and dance. And I really think it's not just a kids show. It's really, there's a message there for, every single audience member, whether they're, anywhere from age 3 to 103, and especially to be able to come with family, and have the different change of environment, and just, it might be some kids' first time in the theater as well. So to be able to bring them here and see, our colorful cast, and, be able to see all these wonderful characters, I think everyone can just, enjoy and have a really great time.
Yeah, well, I loved it. Basically, it reminded me of Calamity Jane. Have you ever seen that movie with Doris Day?
I have not.
Well, basically, it's a movie about Calamity Jane and Wild Bill Hickok. Wild Bill Hickok was played by Howard Keel, who was probably the best musical theater actor of his time. And this, we're talking 1960s. Theater was huge. You think it's big now. It's fantastic back then. And again, it was a Western. It was bright. It was optimistic. It showed, again, a drama. But again, also, this piece differs a little bit from it in the sense that it's almost like, the classical theater Pantos, where basically you're almost like a cartoon character. You connect with the audience. It's kind of like a Bugs Bunny cartoon. Where Bugs Bunny would connect with the audience. Yeah. He would stretch. He would actually convey emotions through tone, through music, through eye contact and all that.
Yeah, we definitely have those moments where we really want to interact and engage our audience. But other times, they got to know that we're also going to do the show now and we're back to the story. But it just gives them the freedom to really be able to immerse themselves in this story. And also, I think what's different about, the theater productions and movies that you talk about then and now is it's really centered on a female lead character, and it's Polly's story, and so that's really hard to find, because in a lot of those westerns, women probably played in the background or maybe weren't even in, those movies or the part of the story at all. So I think it's so empowering for kids to see that, the center of this story is around, it's about Polly's journey and just seeing her growth from there. So I think that's also what makes it so special.
Yeah. Actually, I'm surprised you've never seen Calamity Jane, because I thought you probably would have been watching the video, because, if you've ever seen the musical, you remind me a lot of Doris Day. Very, very wholesome, very, very innocent, very attractive.
Look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, but also she came with a lot of force. She came out with a darn tune right, tomboyish, but also with an air of femininity in her that she just couldn't brush away and all that. But she tried to hide underneath buckskin and all that. So again, you did just a fantastic performance.
Thank you very much. I think for me too. I kind of was a late bloomer, in this business, and for me, like I said, shared, as an Asian American, it was really hard. this is my first time someone has said I remind them of Doris Day, because usually it's like, oh my gosh, you remind me of Sandra Oh, or you remind me of Constance Wu, or you sound like Lea Salonga. So, it's, again, I can't emphasize enough how important it is, for us as in, actors of color to be able to step into these leading lady roles, and also show that, we can have a full arc, complete arc. We don't have to be, in the side, like in the back or anything like that in an ensemble. I think that's really nice to hear for me, because it really isn't about what I look like on the outside, but it's about my spirit and what, characteristics that I bring on the stage that remind you of, this actress where we don't look alike, obviously, but, that's really nice to hear. And, hopefully there'll be more of that, where they're able to see me and not think of, what I look like, but they see me and they see my heart, and I'm just able to tell the story, so.
Okay, well, you and I are going to probably meet again in the future, because you're fantastically talented.
Thank you.
And again, go to YouTube, watch Calamity Jane.
I will.
Doris Day. You'll see what I'm talking about. You were just like her.
I mean, my next project is actually going to be Mamma Mia at East West Players, so I'll be playing the role of Sophie, with a fantastic cast, all people of color as well. So hope to see you there too.
Yeah, it's on my calendar. They sent me a press release already.
Oh, awesome! Well, I'll be there.
Well, once again, I loved your performance. Love this performance also. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your time.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Clayton Snyder. I actually am from Orange County myself, Seal Beach, California. Born and raised there, went to Los Alamitos High School, and been living in LA the past 6 years, after a long journey that I've had. And I'm just absolutely thrilled to be back at the Gary Marshall Theater for my second performance here.
Great. And which character did you play?
I play Sheriff William Billington Bailey, or just Sheriff Bailey for short, for Root Beer Bandits. The sheriff is the foundation of the town. He's the overseer, he's the protector, he is on the side of good and right, but the flaw that he has is that sometimes he relies too much on laws and rules and regulations to tell himself what to do, and he doesn't really think for himself all the time.
And if my viewers decide to come and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
They just should expect to see a lot of laughing, a lot of fun, a lot of amazing costumes, a lot of really catchy songs, beautiful voices, a live band with a banjo, an upright bass, and piano, incredible just production all around, and just a great time, especially for the whole family.
Actually, this reminded me of Calamity Jane. It was a movie I saw when I was a little kid. I'm not sure if you're familiar. Doris Day was in it.
Okay, I had not seen it.
You never seen? And actually, the guy who played the lead, he played Wild Bill Hickok. He was Howard Keel. You familiar with Howard Keel?
I'm not actually.
Howard Keel was probably the best musical theater actor of his time, and we're talking this was the 1950s and 60s. This was like theater was fantastic back then. So again, the type of quality that they put on that was just phenomenal. Again, it was a movie, right?
Sure.
But beautiful scene. And you remind me a lot of the lead actor, who basically, again, very charismatic, very, very, very tall, good-looking, and all that. Strong, belting voice and all that, Oh,
well, that's a huge compliment. I mean, I did very little musical theater as a kid and have just recently found myself in it, actually. This is my second professional musical theater production, so I'm learning a lot about history and who played what role as I go, but it's a huge compliment. I really respect the people who came before us.
Yeah, well, again, I love the performance, I love the dancing, entertaining from the beginning to the end. I love it was acted very well, where you guys got into character, really connected with the audience, and the audience, half the audience was kids and all that, but you really connected with them, something for the adults, something for the family, something I really, really enjoyed.
Yeah, 100%, and that's what this show is all about, which is why it's just such a fun show, because it's for everybody, and we get a lot of audience interaction throughout the show, which makes it very fun. We break that fourth wall. Everyone in the audience is part of the town, and so we look to them for guidance or suggestions, or just ask them straight-up questions about themselves and their dreams, etc. So it's a really fun show. It always gives you a lot of life and energy as a performer when the audience responds to anything. But then when there's this actual relationship you have, it just gives us this extra spark that just makes it all the more fun.
Yeah. Once again, really loved the performance. I loved your performance also. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Ashton Marcus. I'm with KUCI 88.9 FM in Irvine, and I'm here with
Kelly Brandyberg. I'm originally from Northern California. I have a Bachelor of Fine Arts in Musical Theater, and I spent the last 4 years playing Miss San Francisco and Steve Silver's Beach Blanket Babylon in San Francisco. I just left a month ago and got my equity card and joined this show for the duration of it.
Yeah, if they aren't familiar with that, I'm actually from San Francisco.
Oh, wonderful.
I think that thing's been playing since the 1980s.
It has been playing, I believe, since 1970. This is going to be the 45th year, so minus 45 years from this year. So I think 1974? Yeah, 1974.
Okay. And which character did you play tonight?
Tonight I played Copper Penny. I think that she seems angry and hard on the outside, but the truth is she has a real love and a real passion for the Wild West. And I think that's why she became a bandit, more like a fangirl of the Wild West as opposed to a criminal. And you also find out throughout the story the backstory of why she's a little bit cranky. And I think you'll find that she really finds herself. There's a nice story arc for Copper Penny.
You know, I actually once saw a Western in theater, and I didn't like it very much. I love this piece. I didn't like it very much. One of the reasons was because the villain and the leading actress, they really should have been each other. You know what I mean? It was because they said, well, the leading actress is like the best actor, but that's not the case. The villain is usually the best actor. So again, that's why. Again, you could have played actually the lead. You could have played Polly, but again, I see why they chose you to be the villain because again, you just were. You're just more full of yourself. You were more lively. You were more like, you brought a dark side to it, but it's, again, very entertaining,
Right. Well, in the breakdown for the character, it said an Ethel Merman, Lucille Ball type character, and I think that's why they leaned towards me, because there are points in the show where I'm really broady and, like, brassy, and even though, thank you, I'll take the compliment, that I could play multiple parts in this, and I think we all really could. We could move around, because it is such a show that it doesn't hinder itself to type. You'll see that our lead woman is played by a Korean American, and another girl in the show is African American. The Wild West, it's for everyone. It's for all types. But my part in particular was written for kind of I think as a nod to the old-timey musical theater of the Ethel Merman days and Annie Get Your Gun, things like that. And so even though Polly kind of takes the trajectory of the Annie Get Your Gun by the end of the show, I believe that Copper Penny, she kind of wants to pay homage to that type of role throughout the whole show, which is why I think I fit the part.
If my viewers decide to come out and see this piece, what should they expect to see?
I think they should expect to see a musical that you can bring kids to, but is really written for adults. It's a show that's really well written. The music is really beautiful. There's songs in the show that I'm going to put in my audition book for future. It really is touching. I think it brings a little tear to everyone's eye, and it also makes everyone laugh. It has a little few moments for kids, but even adults are laughing at those moments too. And I think what they expect is a musical written for adults that you can bring children to, and that's why it's family friendly.
It actually reminded me a lot of Calamity Jane. Have you ever seen that before?
I haven't, but I am familiar with it. And I'm actually, now that you bring it up, I think I'll watch it on YouTube tonight to remind myself of it.
Yeah, well, again, the characters, again, this was in the 50s or 60s. Back then was a heyday of theater. And again, it was bright. It showed, optimistic. And also, again, it was very entertaining. So, again, I really enjoyed myself tonight. Your acting was fantastic. The acting of the entire cast was fantastic. And the singing was fantastic, which is really important for a musical.
Yes. We definitely, I think that's what was so amazing. We were all so easy to work with. Everyone was so kind and so accommodating and so warm. And, you hear about that all the time in theater, like, oh, well, it was such a great cast. We loved each other so much. And that's not always the case, and in this particular situation, it is the case.
I really loved your performance. Thank you very much for being on the show.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
The Root Beer Bandits, a rootin' tootin' Wild West musicale, will be playing at the Gary Marshall Theater from April 4th to April 28th. For more information, go to www.garymarshalltheater.org.